Hello students. Today in our session we will be studying about different cases of reflections. So first in that line will be reflection of light on concave mirror, and then we will be also studying about reflection of light on convex mirrors. So let us start. Let us begin with the chapter. So first in that line is image formation by spherical mirrors. So as you know, there are two kinds of spherical mirror. One is the concave mirror where the bulgy part is silvered and the tilting part is reflective. And then there is a convex mirror where the tilting part is silvered and the bulgy part is reflective. So these are the two mirrors that we will be studying basically, and along with that we will be studying different cases depending upon the position of the object. So first of all we must know few rules so that we can understand the different cases. So these are the 6 different cases. So first, starting with the position of the object at infinity. When the object is at infinity, for example any star which is at too much of distance from us, if the object is at that position, then most of the times position of the image is at the focus. To correct my sentence, always it is at the focus. It is not most of the times, because then there will be exceptions if I say like that. All the time, no matter what case it is, what star it is, or what object it is, if it is at infinity, the position of the image will be at the focus. Then what about size of the image? Size of the image is of the point size. It is highly diminished, and nature of the image is real and inverted. Then second case, when the position of the object is beyond C but it is not at infinity. Okay, to put it in simple words, now I have brought that object closer to the mirror, which is not at infinity but it is not beyond, it is not under the center of curvature. Okay, so it is beyond C but not at infinity. So what happens in that case? In that case, the position of the image is between F and C, and the size of the image is diminished, but it is not of point size. Then the nature of the image is same as earlier, real and inverted. What if I bring the object even more closer, at center of curvature? So if the object is at center of curvature, the position of the image is at C, that is at center of curvature. So if the object is at center of curvature, then image will be also at center of curvature. Okay, then how we can distinguish between them? Well, the main difference is the image is real and inverted. The object is vertical, erect, whereas the image is real and inverted. So if this is the object, then image will be like this at the same point. Okay, so that's the difference between object and image. And again the size is same, just it will be inverted. Well, if I bring the object even more closer between C and F, what if I bring it between C and F? Then the image will be beyond C. Now if you have realized, the image is going farther away from the mirror. Okay, so if you start bringing object closer to the mirror, the image will go away from the mirror, as if image is scared of the object. Image always goes away if you bring closer the object. तो ऑब्जेक्ट अगर आप नज़दीक लाते हो मिरर के तो इमेज दूर चले जाता है. Okay, so if now the object is between C and F, then position of the image will go beyond C. Size of the image will increase, it will be enlarged, and still it will be real and inverted. Okay, so that is your fourth case. Then if you bring the object even more closer at focus, for example, now if you bring the object at focus, the image will shift to the infinity. Okay, so this is opposite to the first case. The fifth case is opposite to the first case, where the object was at infinity and position of the image was at focus. Here object is at focus but image has shifted to the infinity. Okay, so size of the image is highly enlarged and it is real and inverted. Now the last case, between P and F, what happens if you bring the object even more closer? Between pole and focus. So if this is the case, if the object is between pole and focus, then the image shifts behind the mirror. It goes suddenly behind the mirror. And since it is behind the mirror, it is virtual. You cannot take it on the screen. What is the difference between real and virtual? Real images can be taken on the screen, whereas virtual image cannot be taken on the screen. Okay, so main difference in the sixth case and all the earlier cases is that the image is erect. Okay, in all the earlier cases it was inverted, here it is erect. In all the real cases it was real, here it is virtual. So that's the difference in the sixth case and all other cases. Now let us move on further. Using ray diagrams. How can we study using ray diagrams? So that will make the our understanding of this particular topic even more. So let us see the ray diagrams. So first in that is a ray parallel to the principal axis. If the ray comes parallel to the principal axis, what happens after reflection? Well, for concave mirror, it reflects back, okay, and it passes through the principal focus in this direction, okay, whereas in case of convex mirror, it diverges. So in case of concave mirror, it converges, passes through the focus, whereas in case of convex mirror, it diverges from the principal focus like this. Okay, it goes away. Well, that was first rule. Then second rule, a ray passing through principal focus of a concave mirror or a ray which is directed towards the principal focus like this, it is coming through the focus. Okay, then if it comes through the focus, then it passes parallel to the principal axis. Okay, and that is for concave mirror. What happens with convex mirror? A ray which is directed towards principal focus of a convex mirror after reflection will emerge parallel. So if it comes in this way, it will reflect back parallel in case of convex mirror. Whereas in case of concave mirror, if it is obliquely incident, then on reflection it passes parallel to the principal axis. So that is the major difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. Well, okay, let us move on to the next case. Ray passing through the center of curvature. What happens if ray passes through the center of curvature? Well, if ray passes through the center of curvature after reflection, it moves back in the same along the same path but in the opposite direction. So if ray comes in this way, then it will go in this way. Okay, it will follow the same path, just the direction will change. It will be exactly opposite. Same is the case with convex mirror also. Here also, if rays is directed, if a ray is passing, if it is incident on the convex mirror after reflection, it is reflected back along the same path. Okay, just in the case it is directed towards center of curvature. Okay, so that was. Now one more rule is there, a ray incident obliquely to the principal axis. What happens if it is incident obliquely on the principal axis but towards the pole? Then what happens, it reflects back with the angle which is same as angle of incidence. Okay, so principal axis के साथ जो भी angle होता है, angle of incidence, same is the angle of reflection. Okay, and this is not different for convex mirror also. Convex mirror also same. If the ray is incident on the principal axis at the pole exactly, then it reflects back with the same angle. So here in this case, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection also. So that were the rules for concave and convex mirrors. Let me erase this. Well, I told you about this. So let us move on further. Image formation by concave mirrors. Now these are the different cases. The 6 cases that we studied, they are in the form of ray diagram also. So first case was what? When object is at infinity. First case. So this is case number A, where object is at infinity. Then upon reflection, the reflected light passes through the focus. The images are highly diminished of the point size. They are real and inverted. So that was your case number A. Then what was case number B, where the object is brought closer to the mirror but it is beyond C. Now if it is beyond C, then the image is found between focus and center of curvature. Over here it is inverted, real and diminished, but not of the point size. Remember that. Then what was case C? Case number C was when object is brought even more closer at center of curvature. If object is brought at center of curvature, then image is also formed at the center of curvature, but it is inverted along this direction. Then case D, where you bring the object even more closer. If it is between focus and center of curvature, then the image is still real and inverted, but it is bigger in size. So that is case number 4. What about case number 5? If the object is at focus, then image is formed at the infinity. Okay, it is way beyond our reach. So that is case number 5. And case number 6 is what? If the object is even more closer between pole and focus, then the image is formed beyond the mirror. It is virtual, it is erect. So that's the difference between the 6th case and all the other cases. In 6th case, what happens? Image becomes suddenly virtual. In all other cases, it was real. Here it is virtual. Well, let us move on. That was concave mirror. What about convex mirror? Convex mirror, there are only 2 cases. If object is at infinity, then image is formed at the focus, but it is virtual, since the ray of light diverges according to the rule. If they are parallel to the principal axis, they will diverge. So this is case number A. And then there is another case where the object is anywhere between infinity and the pole. Okay, if it is anywhere between pole and infinity, then image is formed between, then the image is found between focus and pole. Okay, it is diminished in size, it is virtual. So that's the difference between case A and case B. Okay, there are only 2 cases. First case, object is at infinity, and second case, object is anywhere between infinity and the pole. In either cases, the images are virtual. Only difference is here it is point size, here it is diminished but not of the point size. Okay students, so these were the cases. नेचर, पोजीशन एंड रिलेटिव साइज ऑफ द इमेज, कॉन्वेक्स मिरर, अभी जो हमने देखा रे डायग्राम, उसी का ये टेबल है. सो इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज एट इंफिनिटी, इमेज इज एट द फोकस, behind the mirror, highly diminished, point size, virtual and erect. Okay, then what is the second case? Second case is object is anywhere between infinity and the pole. Then what happens? Then the image is between pole and focus, size of the image is diminished and nature of the image is virtual and erect. So these were the different cases. We still have some more topics to be covered, like magnification is there, then different cases of lenses are also there. Okay, but that we will be studying in the next session. So now only thing remaining is sign convention. Sign convention, it is similar to coordinate axis rules, but still I will try to highlight it. The object is always placed to the left of the mirror, that you have to remember. If this is a mirror, then object is always along this side. Okay, that you have to remember. So this is your rule number 1. Object is always placed to the left of the mirror. This implies that the light of the object falls on the mirror from left hand side. Okay, so this is just for our convenience. In reality it can be anything. Okay, but while drawing ray diagrams, you have to follow this sign convention. Object is always placed at the left. Second rule, all the distances parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. Any distance if you want to measure along principal axis, then the distances that you measure should start from the pole of the mirror. Third case, all the distances measured to the right of the origin. मतलब अगर ये coordinate axis है, if you are measuring it to the this side, then it should be measured positive always. Okay, and then if it is at the left of the origin, then it is negative. It is just like our graphing rules, just rules that we follow in the graph coordinate axis. Same rule, on the right it is positive, on the left it is negative. Then any distance measured perpendicular and above the principal axis are positive. So above principal axis if you are measuring, then it is positive, and below principal axis it is negative. So that is your fifth case. So distance measured perpendicular and below the principal axis are always negative. Okay student, so these are sign conventions. You have to always remember them while solving numericals and drawing diagrams. So that's all for today. Homework is you have to write down uses and applications of convex and concave mirror. They are already there in the textbook, but if you don't find them enough, you can search them on the internet and find out them. Okay, and write it in your notebooks, uses or applications of convex and concave mirror. So that was all for today. Thanks for attending this session. See you during next session with another topics from the same chapter, light. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.